Please welcome our panelists, founder and CEO of Inceptio Technology, Julian Ma, CEO of Supernal and president of the AAM division of Hyundai Motor Group, Jaiwon Shin, CEO of Trip.com Group, Jane Sun, Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia, Sandiaga Uno, and our moderator, anchor for Bloomberg Television, Haslinda Amin.
Everybody got the memo. We're color coordinated. Good morning. Good morning. There is an urgent need to accelerate the revolution in mobility to help us fight emissions, pollution, ensure that cities are more livable. We have China, home to 3 of the top 10 most polluted cities. We have London, the most congested city in the world for 2 years running. Drivers spend about 157 hours stuck in traffic, costing the city of London $7 billion. So what's the solution, the innovation that will help us produce a more efficient and sustainable way to move people around? But Sandy, good morning. Good to have you with us.
Thank you, Haslinda.
How do we ease the stresses in urban cities? Because if you take a look at the capital, Jakarta, home to about 11 million people.
Yeah.
It's just slightly smaller than Singapore, home to 5.5 million people. There is a congestion problem in the city. I mean, how are you looking at the stresses there?
Thank you, Haslinda. I arrived from London last night, 1 hour late, because I was told as I reached Heathrow and I went to the lounge, the Singapore Airlines crew, the transportations was held up in traffic for more than 90 minutes. So I suddenly felt, wow, Jakarta is so much better now. Because
it's all relative.
It's all relatives. But Jakarta's average speed was at around 10 kilometers an hour. I ran faster than that when I took over as vice governor 5 years ago. But because of the MRT and the concept of carpooling, Jakarta has improved to about 12 to 13 kilometers an hour average speed. So the key is public transportations and interconnectivity, because we're the first country in Southeast Asia now to have high-speed train linking Jakarta to Bandung. And we built it with the Chinese investors. We also interconnected with the bus rapid transit system, as well as the newly launched light rapid transit. So I think public transport is number one. But EV is one key, because Jakarta was hosting the ASEAN Summit, and we saw the air quality was really challenging at that time. So President Joko Widodo instructed us at that time to accelerate the electric mobility conversions, and we're now, all ministers have been instructed to use electric vehicles. So I use Ioniq 5 from Hyundai, and we also looking at more and more destinations, tourism destinations in particular, to go green. And green transformations and green economies, we think would be able to solve some of the pressing issues, from pollutions to congestions.
By the way, Pat Sandi can run faster because he's an athlete. He runs every day, and very fit. It comes down to technology innovation. Hyundai Motor is currently testing out what's called eVTOL. I know that Jaiwon would hate me for saying this, but it is a flying car, flying taxi. What's the thinking there, and what gaps are you trying to fill?
Yes, so as the minister just mentioned, you all probably have personal horror stories having been stuck in traffic congestion. And this urbanization is accelerating. And we don't need any studies anymore. It's happening, and it's going to be even worse and worse. So we have to open the skies for urban environment. The surface transportation alone will not satisfy or meet the traffic demands. And mobility has always been a critical element for progress for humanity. So without addressing this in picture sense, there will be a lot of pain point for all of us as this rapid urbanization is happening. So that's why Hyundai Motor Group and many other also organizations are interested in opening the skies above us through this electric vehicle.
And where are you with it?
So the batteries are the key challenging area. So as electrification of automobiles is advancing, so as battery technologies. Of course, for aviation, every ounce counts. So the weight is really enemy. And as the battery technologies are advancing, we believe this eVTOL or following your flying vehicle will become reality. So for us, Hyundai Motor Group, we are targeting entering the market in 2028. So some other developers, early players, targeting 26 or 25. But the key is whether we can turn this, what we saw on the sci-fi movies, to reality.
It's no longer a figment of the imagination. It's here and now. Yeah. And Julian, Inceptio is about autonomous technologies. You're currently testing, or not testing, actually, it's been mobilized already.
Commercial development already.
Semi-autonomous trucks. How is it doing?
We focus on the autonomous technology for trucks, the 18-wheelers, the heavy-duty trucks. So we all talk about why we want to have this technology. So if you look at the truck industry, surprisingly, for both developed economy and the emerging economy, the challenges are very similar. First of all, actually, it's a shortage of the labor supply. The truck driver is a very undesirable job. And secondly, this is a notoriously diesel guzzler so there is a lot with the emission. And then it also has a very bad record for the safety. And the driver's condition is not very comfortable. So the challenge is actually across the board in many geography. What we do is that we do not want to stay this autonomous technology as a sort of a future technology which will materialize 10 years later. We wanted to have its impact now. So we started with this semi-autonomy technology. We already mass-produced the semi-autonomous truck starting from the December of 2021 with 2 Chinese OEMs. So far, the result has been quite promising. First of all, it has been deployed across 75% of the highway in China, 60 million kilometers of highway commercial mileage, 0 accidents. And even there's no accidents. And behind that, the risk for the collision is reduced by 70%. And secondly, it is a lot more comfortable. We did a very deep quantified measurements. The psychological fatigue for the driver is reduced by 38%. The physiological fatigue is reduced by 38%. Psychological fatigue is reduced by 11%. So that translates to much reduced workload and much more comfortable working condition. And lastly, the fuel consumption. Compared with the best human driver, the diesel consumption on the per truck basis is reduced by 5 to 7%. That translates to the reduction of carbon dioxide of 30 tons per truck per year. All together, obviously, there is a very significant ESG impact. And on the per mile basis, we managed to be able to save, on the per mile cost basis, we managed to make the saving of in between 5 to 6%. This is actually a lot for a very thin margin logistics
Right, so quite
industry.
a significant impact already. Jane, we had Minister Sandy talking about green tourism.
Correct.
Talk about mobility. I mean, the tourism industry, of course, moves a lot of people. It's said to be a $16 trillion economy by 2030.
Right.
How are you looking at how it can be more efficient and it can be more green and sustainable?
Yeah, so tourism overall contributes to about 10% of the GDP and 11% of the employment. So everywhere we go, governors and also mayors all love Trip.com to bring customers to their region. We work very closely with the destination to make sure we promote a concept of 3 Rs: reduce, reuse, recycle. So all the customers who travel with us needs to keep 3 Rs in their mind. Meanwhile, we also work with our destination partners to offer green products. For example, for hotels who have solar panel, normally they are more efficient. For planes who are made in certain years, certain type, the emission can be reduced. For electronic vehicles who can be rented when our customers arrive at the destination, these products will be highlighted. And we work very closely with the tourism board from Indonesia, from Singapore, and other countries to make sure people come to travel in a destination with the mind that they are very sustainable driven.
What conversations are happening, Minister, at the government level?
A lot of conversations is happening with the industry. And on the concept of 360 engagement, all stakeholders are being involved. Because we want to offer something better to Gen Z and the millennials. And when they travel from A to B, they want to make sure they have optionalities to offset their carbon footprint. For instance, if they fly into Bali, when they fly, let's say, from China, they would be able to engage in activities that would offset their carbon emissions. We have a carbon footprint calculator in the Indonesian.travel system, whereby we would offer them to plant mangrove trees, be it in Bali or in Labuan Bajo in Komodo Island, where Jane just visited. And also, we are offering all these activities because, Haslinda, I have a 23-year-old daughter, and the only thing they talk about is environmental sustainability. This is what Gen Z and the millennials now are focusing on. So we're in the process of transforming Bali to be all green transportations by 2030. And the key is not cars. The key is motorcycles, because we sell 8 million motorcycles a year in Indonesia. How do we convert that ecosystem so it has to be inclusive? Because that's the transportations that the people are using.
So how do you convert that ecosystem?
We provide incentives right now up to close to $800 per motorcycles to convert the existing motorcycle to EV-based with battery. And for new products, we are working with the big producers to offer this type of environment. For instance, sorry to mention your competitor, Toyota, is putting Bali as one of the pilot projects for this green transformation. So when you arrive in Nusa Dua in Bali, where I see you a lot, Haslinda, basically you're being incentivized to use more electric vehicle with electric ecosystem. EV ecosystem is already installed. So the charging system is there. And that way, we are showcasing that the government is not only leading, but collaborating with all stakeholders.
Jaiwon, when it comes to the flying taxis, it is about scale, right? That's the only way you can bring costs down. So what's the plan, and when do you see that happening?
Yes, that is the really the winning strategy, that when it scales up, you have to be able to deliver these new capability and products. Just to give you an idea, you all have flown from all over the world and using airliners. In global airline business, there are about 34,000 aircraft. So when I saw the number, I was actually very surprised that in order to support the global demand, only 30-some-odd thousand aircraft can actually do that. It's because it's an extremely high utilization. So aviation industry is low volume, but extremely high utilization. On the other side of the coin, the automotive industry is extremely high volume, but very low utilization. So cars that you own, probably 23 hours a day, the car probably will be sitting in the parking lot. So this advanced air mobility will come somewhere in between. So when it scales up, because of the convenience and time saving and safety, which is the most important, people will start to see the value and benefits. And when it scales up, we believe the inflection point will come pretty quickly. Just like cell phones, you probably couldn't imagine how we lived when the cell phones didn't exist. So I think the advanced air mobility will have a very similar impact to our just personal lives. So when it happens like that, the name of the game is, again, how to deliver these hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of these aircraft to meet the demand. And that's why the mass production capability that Hyundai Motor Group has is essential to bring this new capability to customers. And
is there a rough estimate of that sweet spot where cost and profitability make sense?
Yes. So you have to make this affordable to the general public.
And we're talking about what?
The big way to do it is bring down the unit cost when you make each unit. And so that's why mass production is so important. And also making aircraft as safe as possible, and then maintenance easy. And that relates to also manufacturing and design. So by reducing the operating cost, you will be able to make it affordable.
And for Inceptio, scaling means also exporting the technology elsewhere to other markets. Correct. Where do you see it going?
For the autonomous truck, now we are, as you just mentioned, we just focus on, we already have this commercial traction, and the product is already saving the money to the customer. So economic case is not the issue. It's about, first of all, increase the volume. That comes from different ways. Of course, as you mentioned, extending to other market is one thing which we already started. We see that the challenges are quite universal, and the technology is also quite transferable in many other geographies. So we are looking into, for example, Japan, Middle East, and because of we are still a growth stage company, so we want to find the market close by, for example, Southeast Asia. We are looking at these areas and to find and work with our OEM partners and to find the suitable models. We see that is possible. It is possible for us to launch these products in about 24 months. So that is one of the important strategies. Next is about just scaling up the volume. We already have a supply base of roughly 50 companies, and that includes all of the sensors, LiDAR, autonomous driving chips, and HD maps. So as volume goes up, and we see that we want to just further cut costs. So even the individual contractors who run a very thin margin, they can still enjoy this technology. So we take this, in the short term, we take this two-stage approach. But the good thing is that we already have a very proven cases. That is actually the most compelling sort of reason for customers in other geography to take this technology and the products.
What is the biggest challenge to adoption?
Actually, I would say we don't have a structural challenge. It is more about reducing the adoption cycle. Very interestingly, because this is a safety-related products, so all customers are very careful in terms of increasing their own scale. They want someone else to have the scale first, and then they do. So building a very convincing case is very important. So that's why that nowadays we focus on a few flagship customers. They are all top logistics customers in China. For example, the JD Logistics, they are basically the Amazon in China, and a few others. And secondly, this ESG angle is getting more and more attractive to Fortune 500 companies. Right. For example, Nestle and Budweiser, they are asking their their fleet suppliers to adopt our technology.
We've been talking about electrification. Where do you see electrification having the most impact, maybe 10 years down the road? Sandy?
I would say, because if you look at what contributes to the pollution level, transportation is about 50%, and this is the number when I was in Jakarta as vice governor, and 50% from the industry. So it has to be both. The industry needs to reshape itself to use new and renewable energies, and right now with the improve and new technology in solar panel, you will be able to generate clean energy for the industrial across our archipelago. Secondly is on transportations. And recently, you asked about the adoptions, how we could accelerate. So I was at the transportations conference with our president, Joko Widodo, and we saw this unique, like a gigantic drone, seated two. They say it's flying taxi, and it could take you from A to B within 2 to 3 years. So it's two-seaters. President and I sat side by side. So we asked, so where is the driver? And Rudy, the guy, his name is Rudy Salim, head of this company, said, oh, you don't need driver because this is completely going to be autonomous. So, and the two of us look at each other, so how do we, if we get lost and there's no signal, and suddenly where you have to land? Oh, then it will land safely. Okay, let me ask whether my insurance and my wife will allow me to be in that flying taxi. So the adoption is going to be on mindset and first of
building trust
and trust and safety issue, just like what Jaiwon said earlier. When you feel safe, then you could transform. And some of these tourism areas will be perfectly served with your concept of flying mobility. So when we talk about getting from A to B in 2033, in 10 years, because of the rate of adoption is very high, especially in countries like Indonesia, whereby the young generations would like to try how to fly. And this is something that when we see more and more, and it's becoming safer, and security is being guaranteed, and insurance companies are happily underwriting those operations, I think you would be sooner than 2033, you see a lot of transformations from mobility, including electric vehicle.
Jane? the biggest impact?
Yes, I think the green initiatives really gets lots of attention from the new generation. On our platform, if we highlight the hotels or transportation, rental cars or aircrafts, which has a green leaves, the conversion rate is significantly higher. So the young generation definitely prefer to use green tools and transportation methods to travel. So I'm very excited to hear from government perspective, from entrepreneurs' perspective, from major car vehicle perspective, all the efforts is put in, and we are adventurous and willing to try when the safety issue is addressed.
And when it comes to trends that can be anticipated, I mean, what are we not visualizing today? If we talk about ownership of cars, I think it's something like 1.3 trillion cars are out there, mostly privately owned. How might that change with the technology and innovation that we're seeing right now?
Yeah, so I think all the panelists are pointing out really important things. It's a public acceptance. And when you bring the new capability, whether it's an EV, electric vehicle, or autonomous vehicle, or flying taxi, when you bring all these new capabilities, how do we convince public, the users, that this is not only convenient and efficient, but safe? So we are all used to the commercial aviation safety standard. That is one potential fatal accident in billion flight hours. So that means it's virtually impossible. So we are all used to that safety standard. So as Minister mentioned, that's why Hyundai Motor Group is not going to have an autonomous flight initially. We'll have a pilot, and making sure that people understand this is, again, not only convenient safety, safety is important.
But initially with a pilot and later on autonomous?
Over time, that is a potential.
Definitely there will be.
That is possible. And some of the ground vehicles, they are already moving into autonomous driving. So again, my point is you have to show and you have to demonstrate the safety, whether it's a ground vehicle or a flying vehicle.
Jaiwon, when you ease the congestion on the road, on land, does it mean congestion in the air?
Yeah, so people worry about that. But we are dealing with 3 dimensions. So we have been living in 2-dimensional world. And if you think about the road and streets, it's all 2D. Yeah. But when you go to air, you have a 3-dimensional flexibility. So we can stack airplanes vertically, laterally. And I'm not saying we're going to do that anytime soon.
That still sounds scary to me.
But it's expensive. So I don't think we're going to see aerial traffic congestion anytime soon.
But we may, eventually, right? If everybody decides that that is the way to fly, that is the way to move, that's mobility of the future.
Right.
We could get there, just like we saw
maybe next
congestions
century.
elsewhere on land. What are some of the trends, Julian, that we might see?
Definitely is driverless. Although, first of all, we are very committed to providing a full driverless experience to our customers. Perhaps that will be 7 or 8, 10 years later, but we see that would definitely happen because of large evolution of the AI technology and also as well as the semiconductor industry. That takes time. So we took as mentioned, we took the stage approach. First stage is semi-autonomy, maybe 5-7 years is full autonomy. But end of the world, we see autonomous truck is actually a freight robot. It is going to be a freight robot. That means that there's no more driver. Everything is dispatched and managed centrally from the cloud. As we can imagine that the logistic operation would be much more simplified and much more standardized. So we envision that for this industry, it is not only about a fully driverless truck itself. It is about a transformation of the logistic format, the trucking format, just assuming that there will be robots, right? It's not difficult to imagine that there will be a few nationwide super-scale free robot network across the country, which provides the highest efficiency, the most timely delivery, and at the lowest cost. So that is sort of our vision for this technology. I think that for the flying taxi is probably similar. It's probably similar. So when they're like flying robots, right? So we think there will be a eventually a network of a large sort of fleet of flying robots.
So what does it mean eventually, right? We see the innovation, the technology, we see plans for green tourism. What does it mean eventually for urban living and urban society? And when will we get there? This ideal way of moving people around.
It's sooner rather than later. And
that is what, 10 years?
I would say within 10 years. And the key is how we deliver not just technology innovations, but value innovations. How do you improve people's life? How you create good quality jobs and make sure like this new transportations will be, because Jakartans pay close to 12 to 15% of their income for their transportation's commute costs. So how do we deliver this to the people in general? And you're talking about wide population space. So what type of values are we going to get? In terms of tourism, what we're thinking right there in 2033 is how do we could give value to our customers who wants to, the visitors, tourists who are coming to Indonesia, that they're not contributing to carbon emissions, because our target by 2035 is a reductions of 50% to our carbon emissions to about 4% for the industry. Because yes, it contributes 11% to the workforce and 10% to the world economy, but also 8% of carbon emissions. So tourism is responsible for that. And how do we tackle that with value innovations that would be able to reduce that emission? Secondly, wouldn't it be great if we offer destinations that you could charge your electric vehicle by new and renewables, by geothermal, by solar, or by wind turbine. And this is something that would be valuable to your visitors to come to visit Indonesia. So we're developing 5 super priority destinations: Lake Toba, Mandalika, Labuan Bajo, Likupang, and Borobudur. Based on from A to B, you'll be able to be net zero and regenerative beyond 2035.
Yeah, so for us, it's GE. GE is green initiatives. So we encourage our partners to really use solar panel, wind power to replace a lot of old-fashioned coal-generated power. Our customers really would like to pick the hotels and airlines and vehicles which use new energy. The second one is effortless. Effortless means driverless. Effortless means no traffic jams. So that takes a lot of innovation and investment in the technology to bring the user's experience excellent. So I'm very excited to see the breakthrough in these areas.
So the pressure is on them.
Yeah.
In really quick summary, in my view, our children and grandchildren will live in completely different world. Freedom from wherever you want to live, and also liberation from traffic congestion, certainly, and then democratization of aviation. So only things that we imagined today and only saw in the movies, I don't know, maybe in 15, 20 years, when all these things coming together, I think we will bring another revolution in transportation.
I think for both green technology and autonomous technology, the past few cycles told us that never underestimate the mega momentum. So it will always come in sooner than we anticipated. So that is why I put my energy and my money in, and I think it's probably where we can put our energy and resources and money in. Yeah.
Jaiwon, Julian, Jane, the 3 Js, and Pat Sandi, thank you so much for your time today. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause.